Go on, go on. In fact, if you want, like that, is that okay?
More or less.
This is what is called getting stuck in. One more flap like that.
Go on, and now throw it in the water.
With love. In France, since 2014, 8 teams of scientists have been carrying out a participatory research project with bakers.
First, starter. Wheat with...
One of the aims of the bakery project is to remove the mystery from a French tradition. Bread made not with industrial yeast, but leaven, a fermented mixture of water and flour. In France, we have an absolutely incredible artisanal bakery heritage. And so we wanted to document, scientifically describe this wealth, know-how, and biological diversity of French bakery. To do so, the researchers have worked with more than 40 bakers and farmer bakers. Then, in the laboratory, they go through their leaven with a fine-tooth comb. Each sample is diluted and homogenized. Then Eliza puts them to grow in 30 degrees, so the microorganisms develop. So these are bacteria, colonies, so different points. Researchers have isolated more than 1,500 strains of leaven yeast and bacteria by analyzing the DNA of these strains using genetic and genomic methods, and by studying that of the leavens using metagenomics, researchers have identified an incredible biodiversity. Everyone knows baker's yeast that you use when you make bread at home, called Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So we wanted to check in the French leavens whether we found these Saccharomyces cerevisiae or a greater diversity. And indeed, we found a greater diversity, more than 12 species of yeasts and more than 19 species of bacteria in the leavens. We even discovered a new yeast species. And the study showed that this very rich flora is linked, more than in wheat, to the various practices of the bakers, to their environment, their bakehouse. An important biodiversity, since the researchers and bakers of the bakery project showed that the nutritional quality and taste of the bread was dependent on the local area and varieties of wheat.
So here's some bread. Not very sour, quite sweet. There's something quite pleasant about it.
Hence the importance of maintaining diversified practices.
What's important is to differentiate oneself from industrial bakery, which has a tendency to standardize tastes and manufacturing methods. And that's what we don't want.
The study will therefore contribute to thinking on how to better protect this huge bakery heritage.